Proud to serve northeastern and central Pennsylvania. This is WNEP 16, the news station.
Now, Frank Andrews, Marisa Burke, meteorologist Paul Hefner, and Jay Christopher's sports. This is Newswatch 16 Midday.
The head of a labor union that represents 70,000 state employees says today he's not optimistic that a strike will be avoided. The state employees have threatened to go on strike Sunday at midnight if a new contract is not worked out. Talks are going on right now in Harrisburg. Now, if a contract is not agreed to by Sunday at midnight, the 70,000 state employees, including those here at the state office building in Scranton, have threatened to set up picket lines. The workers negotiating a new contract are members of AFSCME. That's the American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees. It represents employees in liquor stores, those who process driver's license, and those who man welfare and unemployment offices in the state. Negotiations started again this morning in Harrisburg at 11 a.m. And Newswatch 16 Midday continues in a moment with a report on the economy and higher inflation, a recall of some cars, plus Newswatch 16's Bob Costantini with a report on how the Williamsport City Council has given the community college there a second chance. Newswatch 16 Midday continues in a moment.
When the Simpsons came back from vacation, Mrs. Simpson discovered...
He didn't run the dishwasher.
I thought you were going to run it.
These have been sitting around for a week. Nothing's going to make them look good.
Try Cascade. It cuts right through dried-on food, and while most detergents can leave drops that spot, Cascade sheeting action leaves glasses virtually spotless.
They're not going to look good.
They look good.
They look great.
Try Cascade. It doesn't just clean. It goes all the way to clear.
Drop everything. Race to Rackeson's $1 million emergency inventory liquidation. Every suit, every sport coat, everything sacrificed for quick sale. Famous brand suits, values to $225, must be sold from $79. Sports coats, values to $145, must be sold from $39. Slacks, shirts, ties, everything goes to the bare walls. Most below wholesale. Rackeson's must raise cash fast. Banks and creditors must be paid immediately. Pennsylvania's biggest menswear liquidation at Rackeson's in Scranton and Kingston.
If you own a Ford Tempo or a Mercury Topaz, the car is being recalled by the company. Ford Motor Company recalling almost 300,000 of those cars because of potential problems with the rear suspension. The front-wheel drive cars are the 1984 and 1985 Ford Tempos and Mercury Topaz compact cars. Commerce Department in Washington has some mixed economic news today. It says the index of leading economic indicators is up for the month of May. Now, that index is the barometer of how fast prices are rising. Went up 0.7% in the month of May. Williamsport's Area Community College has good financial news to think about today. Williamsport City Council unanimously approved a plan last night to effectively take the community college in Lycoming County into its control. More now from Newswatch 16's Bob Costantini.
In front of a standing room only crowd at City Hall, Mayor Stephen Lucchese made an impassioned plea for Williamsport Area Community College.
For the city to sit back and do absolutely nothing and see the college closed, we as administrators and leaders of the community would be remiss in our duties. We're not going to let that happen.
20 North Central Pennsylvania school districts have withdrawn their sponsorship at WAC. So the city is taking up the local sponsorship as a last resort. And a surprise announcement came out that with special funds already in the state budget, it may wind up costing the city nothing to run the college.
We will not have to pay for the share of the community college, and the city residents in Williamsport will actually receive a tax decrease in 1985-86 as it relates to their school taxes.
The plan approval brings a sigh of relief to WAC students.
This means finishing my education as far as a two-year college is concerned.
There was some small opposition from people saying they were concerned about what the commitment would eventually mean to the city of Williamsport and its financial situation. But now the city is in the college business, and Williamsport residents will be given first priority for placement in classes. Bob Costantini, Newswatch 16, Williamsport.
Pennsylvania State Police have an optimistic report on the crime rate in our state today. It says that last year crime went down 5% in Pennsylvania. Now the report just released says the number of murders is down, so is the number of aggravated assaults, the number of burglaries in the home, and arson cases. But the state police report also says that rape cases were up in Pennsylvania in 1984, along with the number of drunk driving arrests. Now, the governor says the crime rate is down because of Pennsylvania's mandatory sentencing law and the neighborhood crime watch programs. Our Weather Watch forecast is coming up next, the last weekend of June. Let's see what it's like outside now. Paul?
Well, we have rain out there right now, Frank. You know, most storms usually move from west to east. This one is coming in from the ocean from east to west.
Mixed
a
up.
Strange storm. We better tell it to get lost or something. We have a wet afternoon on tap, but I'll tell you if it'll clear out for the weekend. Stay tuned.
Why struggle with a messy hair lightener?
When you ought to be going sun-in.
All you do is spray on sun-in hair lightener, then watch those golden blonde highlights appear.
Go sun-in.
Sargent's invites you to put yourself in your cat's place. What if you had the fleas, the itching, the scratching? You'd want relief on the double. You'd want your cat to give you Sargent's new double-layer flea and tick collar. Sargent's double layers kill fleas and ticks like both a powder and a spray. And Sargent's keeps killing for 5 full months. Give your cat relief on the double. Sargent's new double-layer flea and tick collar. She'd do it for you.
You know, it's really hard to believe that this is the last weekend of June. Monday's July 1st, and what a way for June to go out, cold and rainy.
Boy, remember we were talking the other day about the Easter Bunny, right, Frank?
Yeah, that's right.
The 4th of July. It's incredible weather that we're having here in northeastern Pennsylvania. Now, it's not unusual to get a storm system like this sometime late in the spring. This one has come very late in the spring, in fact, early summer, when you get cloudy days and cool temperatures and a little bit of rain. And definitely, we have a cool day today. Let's check out those current readings. And you may find it a little bit nippy when you step outside at this midday hour with temperatures that are in the 50s. We have a temperature that is 56 degrees. With the rainfall, the relative humidity is 100% this afternoon. The wind direction has been mainly from the north, but it did flip around into the southwest last hour at 7 miles per hour. You will find variable winds this afternoon. And the barometer is falling from 29.97 inches. Okay, here's the satellite picture for you at this noontime hour, and it's the same old storm system that we've been talking about for the past several days, still up over the New England states. Now, yesterday, remember, it was offshore. This thing has actually moved back to the west, and that's the reason why we have rain here today, because all of the moisture from the ocean has been pushing westward across the state. We had the first rain showers fall here in the backyard around 6:30 this morning. Now, it is raining all along the coast of New England. Temperature is very cool up there today, too, only in the 50s, and we find that rain penetrates into eastern Pennsylvania. Otherwise, it becomes fair across the western portions of the state, with temperatures getting up into the 70s, and we have another front that's out across Illinois and Indiana. It will be of no concern to us because the front is dying, just giving a few showers to the folks out there. Now, the morning radar looked like this. We had some showers across the New England coast, down through northeastern Pennsylvania, right around 6 o'clock this morning. Here's what radar has been doing during the morning hours. You can see that it's been moving back in from the coast. I mean, usually radar shows showers moving from west to east. This stuff is coming from east to west. Now, the latest radar that we have shows that the rain is penetrating through the central counties of the state down to around Harrisburg. It probably will not make it out to the State College area until maybe very late today at the earliest. I think that places west of State College will be okay. Otherwise, we will be going for scattered showers here in the backyard this afternoon. Now, my weather map shows that storm system basically hung up over the New England states, producing light showers here. This high-pressure system may begin to influence our weather by Sunday, but as I see it, weather systems are stalled for the next couple of days, not going anywhere all too quickly. My travel forecast, in case you're going somewhere tomorrow, calls for showers, scattered showers along the coast, probably mostly cloudy skies here, maybe 1 or 2 showers tomorrow. Not a bad day in terms of rainfall. I don't expect any total washouts tomorrow, but temperature is still kind of cool, hanging right around 70 tomorrow. If you want some sunshine, you'll have to go out to either Buffalo or Pittsburgh, where they'll see partly sunny skies with readings getting up into the mid-70s. Now, for Sunday, I think that the storm system will begin to dry up a little bit. We'll see some partly sunny skies breaking out here, maybe a brief shower. That's about it. 75 here. The clouds will persist along the coast with readings pretty close to 70 degrees. My forecast for this afternoon calls for cool and clammy weather if you're heading out this afternoon, only in the lower 60s. 61 in Buttonwood. You will see some scattered showers around the viewing area this afternoon. High temperature 61 in Hawley. Rita coming in 61 degrees. Penn Argyll down there in Monroe County, I should say Northampton County, 65 degrees, and Paxanis in Northumberland County, 65 degrees. My forecast for the afternoon calls for a high temperature of 63 degrees in the backyard, some showers on and off all afternoon long. They will persist into the evening hours tonight, low temperature dropping only into the mid to upper 50s. For tomorrow, cloudy skies, maybe a brief shower. That's about it, though. Then some sunshine returning for Sunday afternoon, 76 degrees, and it should be a sunny day on Monday. So, Frank, we will not have a total washout this weekend. I'm a little bit optimistic about that.
Forgive me, but when I saw cool and clammy, I thought we better call a doctor for that forecast.
I'll take his fee.
Have a good weekend, Paul.
You too, Frank.
Jay Christopher's up next on the Midday News Watch with the time trials for the Grand Prix that's coming up at the Meadowlands. Plus, the latest in fashions from Wimbledon, a report on what's not allowed when we come back with the Sports Watch.
Years ago, when the Fry family made ice cream at their little dairy at Turkey Hill, they used lots of rich farm fresh cream and natural ingredients. It had to be good because their customers were their neighbors. Today, their dairy has grown quite a bit, but Turkey Hill ice cream is still made with farm fresh cream for a smoother, creamier texture and natural ingredients with large pieces of fresh fruit and toasted nuts, so it tastes so much better. Ask for Turkey Hill, the creamier ice cream.
Well, yesterday we learned how to pronounce Slobodan Isovinovich.
Oh,
what have you
some
got
beauties.
today, Jay?
There's another guy here lost today, Frank. We can get to that in just a moment.
Wait.
Hello again, everybody. Well, you know, qualifications begin this midday for Sunday's Grand Prix auto race at the Meadowlands in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Mario Andretti of Nazareth, Pennsylvania, is the defending champion. Last year, Andretti bolted into the lead as the green flag fell. It was raining, but Andretti ran his Lola flawlessly. He had rain tires on. While others slipped, Andretti took the checkered flag almost a minute ahead of second-place finisher Danny Sullivan. They'll race at the Meadowlands parking lot Sunday. First prize money, they'll be sharing $600,000. Now, more finals from Wimbledon this midday. John McEnroe was a winner in second-round play. He defeated Nigeria's Nduka Odizor 7-6, 6-1, 7-6. Jimmy Connors, the number 3 seed, also advanced. He defeated Kelly Evernden of New Zealand in straight sets. Johan Kriek and Tim Mayotte also won. Now, in ladies' play, the winners included Pam Shriver, Claudia Cota-Kilsch, and Gabrielle Sabatini. Chris Everett Lloyd is scheduled to play later today. Well, a number of top seeds at Wimbledon came up winners on Thursday, most in the women's round. Third-seeded Hana Mandlikova ousted Eva Budarova, while co-number 1 seed Chris Everett Lloyd topped Mary Lou Piatek. The rain earlier this week gave Miss Lloyd a couple of extra days to recover from a stiff neck. Chris said afterward she feels she needs a couple of matches to get match tough on the grass, but she looked in top form in her opening contest, eliminating Piatek 6-1, 6-love. Mandlikova, meanwhile, had an easy time, her opponent beating Eva Budarova of Czechoslovakia 6-1, 6-love. Mandlikova was the Wimbledon finalist in '81, losing to Chris Everett Lloyd. Pam Shriver's match with Ann White was suspended because of darkness and will continue today, but she will not be wearing this controversial nylon bodysuit, even though it's the traditional Wimbledon white. Officials of the All England Club said it wasn't appropriate. She wore it during yesterday's play. The fans loved it. Baseball highlights from Thursday, National League. The Chicago Cubs extended their winning streak to 2 games, beating the New York Mets 4-2 on the 5-hit pitching of Rick Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe also had some fine defensive help. Watch Gary Matthews scoop a shot off his shoe tops right there. Then he turns and guns the ball to first base to double up base runner Howard Johnson. And Leon Durham golfed a low pitch here into the right field seats for his 7th homer of the season. Willie McGee was the power source for St. Louis last night as the Cards outlasted the Philadelphia Phillies 4-3. The Phils played catch-up ball most of the time. Here, the Wizard of Oz, Ozzie Virgil, slaps his 10th homer of the year. Cards up 2-1. Von Hayes joins the parade with one of his homers. Cards still up 3-2. Glenn Wilson slices a double and gets an RBI, but the Cards still lead 4-3 at this point. Watch Mike Schmidt. He shows us how not to slide into home, standing up. Well, almost. The Cards won it 4-3. In other action, the San Diego Padres defeated the Los Angeles Dodgers 5-4. The Dodgers trailed 3-1 going into the 4th, but they came up with 3. Mike Scioscia's single here to right scored Pedro Guerrero from second. That tied it at 3. Moments later, Steve Sachs ripped a single up the middle. That also sends Greg Brock across the plate, and the Dodgers go up 4-3. It wouldn't last long. In the 5th inning, Steve Garvey greets Fernando Valenzuela with a run-scoring single to center field. Jerry Royster trots in from third to tie it at 4 apiece. Then in the 6th, Royster gets his 3rd hit of the day. This single to left scored Gary Templeton with what proved to be the winning run. Padres beat the Dodgers 5-4. From the odds and ends department, left over from yesterday. In Clearwater, Florida, last night, Wilbur Snap was ejected from last night's ball game between Clearwater and Osceola. Snap disagreed with a call strike and showed his displeasure. He began playing the nursery rhyme, Three Blind Mice, on his organ. He's the organist of the ballpark. He was promptly ejected from his organ seat. I guess you could say he snapped out. And another odds and ends story. Defensive safety Rob Johnston of the University of Wisconsin is scheduled to have casts removed from both his feet this weekend. Now, the team physician, Dr. William Clancy, operated on the wrong heel earlier this month. Johnston said he lifted his left foot after surgery and said, "Gee, it feels really good after that cut." Then Johnston noticed his right foot all bandaged up. Yep, he had the wrong foot. Clancy, lower the boom, Frank.
I'm going to have the technicians bring out a symbol here for your one-liners. Have a good weekend,
all right,
Jay.
buddy.
In a moment on Newswatch 16 Midday, our Friday forecast of fun. Now, there are carnivals planned and festivals and all kinds of special events. We'll tell you about some of them when we come back with more of Newswatch 16 Midday.
Get cooking, because you have just 48 hours to save during Acme's canned ham sale. This Friday and Saturday only, buy any 5-pound canned ham in the store at our cost. Favorites like Lancaster brand, Hormel, Crackus, Armored Golden Star, Oscar Mayer. But you only have this Friday and Saturday to get these hams at Acme's cost during the 48-hour canned ham sale at Acme, where shoppers are winning prizes every day in Acme's all-American game.
Gonna get the job done in the blazing sun. Me and the guys in the crew. What are we gonna do? And when my thirst is at its worst, give me a Mountain Dew. Do it, Mountain Dew. Do it, so cool and smooth. When I got a thirst, you're undiluted, undisputed. Do it, Mountain Dew.
Finally today, our Friday forecast of fun. You know, the church picnic season is in full swing. Lots of special events planned to help you enjoy the next couple of days. Here are just a few of some of the things going on in the area. Now, tomorrow at 11 a.m., the first keg of beer is going to be tapped at Rocky Glen Park as the 2nd annual Oktoberfest Bavarian Festival begins. Also tomorrow, the 24th annual Jersey Shore Celebration Town Meeting begins. Throughout the Lycoming County community of Jersey Shore, there are special events planned so the whole community can celebrate. St. Michael's Orthodox Church in German having its summer picnics this weekend at the parish grounds in German. In East Stroudsburg, the Acme Host Company having its Fireman's Carnival this weekend at the Day Street Carnival grounds. And for those of you in Luzerne County, the Exeter Fire and Rescue Company having its annual block party tonight, tomorrow in Exeter. Remember, tomorrow there's a fireman's parade at 7. And finally, we do have one change in schedule for a picnic. St. Anthony's Church in North Scranton was planning its parish picnic this weekend. That picnic now delayed till next weekend because of the mixed-up storm that Paul Hefner told you about. And that's all we have time for Newswatch 16 Midday. For the crew and Marisa Burke on assignment, enjoy your afternoon and your weekend.